So the reason why you all couldn't connect is I had everything set up correctly in regards to port forwarding, but when I was experimenting with something, I think it was last week, I turned off the router firewall, which meant that the port forwarding didn't work.
Huh.
So I had to turn on the router firewall in order for the router port forwarding to work.
Well, how about that?
That's why you couldn't connect.
Oh, I do like this.
Well, I'm just trying to connect right now, so you're a liar. I could connect all along.
Shut up, Aaron.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to the 17 fucking errors you bring to my damn map tool today, Aaron.
You're welcome.
Only 17?
Yes.
I'm just helping you figure out where the problems are.
You know, next campaign I'm doing, if I ever decide to be stupid enough to do another campaign, not inviting you, Aaron, and I'm going to enjoy crash-free Java.
But then
that'll
you
make
won't-
me cry.
But
Okay,
then you won't.
how do you feel about that? A giant, blubbering, bearded man just sobbing as he stares at his computer screen.
I don't know about Grimith, but I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's kind of growing on me the more I talk about it.
Well, you were always into pain, Aaron, so...
Doesn't have to be pain. Any suffering will do.
There you go.
He felt
Shit.
he felt a lot of pain.
Alright, everyone. Welcome to Session 16 of All Flesh Must Be Eaten. Last week, the old people got me, and gave very short notice about that. I do apologize. I have become that guy who you start to get a little suspicious about, because all of these things keep happening that involve you not having a session. I am that guy, and I hate myself for it, even though none of it is my fault.
Oh, it's okay. We know that you're just
Wait.
moonlighting
Does that mean the old people are that guy?
Yes.
Okay.
I always get aggravated whenever these moments happen. It's just like, oh, it's just a grand convenience. Yeah, oh, next thing you know, dog ate your character sheet. Yep, mm-hmm.
That
Well,
would take a lot of effort on the part of my dog.
If a dog somehow got into my computer and ate that specific bit of information, I would applaud the dog.
Yeah, like I
Well,
said, that would take a
computer?
lot of effort. I'd be really impressed.
If the computer still works and he ate only that specific thing, wow.
And I'll go ahead and give this notice now. We're fine, of course, this week and next week. The weekend after that, though, the 27th, I will be in Savannah, Georgia for a zombie-related thing. Gonna
So
be
all
walking
you
around
viewers-
historical Savannah.
All
so,
of you viewers
Are-
know to go to Historical Savannah to meet up with Grimith.
It's true, historical Savannah meetup, north of
Are you going
Gaston,
to be
remember?
releasing Patient Zero?
I'll be a zombie. That's all I got for you so far.
Okay, so you are going to be Patient Zero.
I would prefer to think of myself as a zombie queen, but we'll see what roles are available when I get there.
Are you going to be a zombie in drag?
That should be
No,
reserved
he's
for
going
the
to be a
ladies.
zombie with a mustache.
Hey, Grimith, if you need help, I can really help you dress up.
He's going to be a zombie Freddie Mercury.
There we go. I can't pull off the mustache like he can, though, unfortunately. Or he could. I guess he's dead.
You can't pull much
Well,
of anything
now
off
he-
anymore.
I guess my
You're
mustache
just
is
making
technically
Freddie
better than
Mercury
his.
more and more qualified to be the zombie queen.
Got a point.
Huh. Didn't think about that. That's why I hate you, Aaron.
I
Ryan
don't-
hates me, I hate you.
The circle of hate.
And it moves us all.
Yes.
Does Aaron hate Ryan?
At any rate, All Flesh Must Be Eaten 2 weeks ago. Picked off with you folks in a maintenance shaft. One of, I do believe, 3 that you ended up traveling through over the course of last session, as you went skulking through basically the initial opening of Fort Drake, searching for anything that might be of worth, and what you found was, well, some things that I'm sure you'd rather not mention, and other things that I'm sure you've actually forgotten, except for Fletch, you can't forget. On the bright
I
side,
sure can.
2 people ended up dying, one of whom was chucked down said 3-story elevator shaft because of reasons.
Yeah, that was sad.
It was glorious.
You did find a forklift, which is currently in operation. You also found a crazy horticulture area where the Department of Defense or whoever was running the site was conducting all sorts of crazy underground farming experiments that Popman thinks that he can somehow, with his non-existent green thumb, turn into a florid, verdant, that's all bullshit. He's just gonna grow pot everywhere. Use billions of dollars in human tax payment to grow underground pot.
Just like the CIA.
Son of a bitch.
Full circle.
That's right.
In fact.
At any rate, last session did end up with the two of you, or not, the four of you ended up killing those two wonderful individuals who may or may not have done bad things to children. And Trusty Tony had just sat down in the driver's seat of the electric-powered forklift, all of you hanging off the side like it's some sort of chariot, and you were riding off. If memory serves, you were heading towards the houses, the massive sprawl of houses contained on this base to serve its dependents and, researchers and other military staff back when it was operation.
Now, I noticed that the map has kind of been rotated 180 degrees here.
It has been rotated. You guys ended up coming in on the northeast section, but whenever I did a quick sketch of the warehouses for you, I didn't realize that until, I sat down to make the session. I was like, oh, that shit looks weird. Now it makes it look like they came into the southwest, and that's stupid. Let me rotate the warehouses.
It was all perspective, just because that was the first one we came to.
Yes.
It wasn't actually orientated.
Yes.
Here I was hoping you were going to go with the idea that magnetic north is messed up here.
That's stupid, and you deserve to die.
It's all the yellow thing's
Like
fault.
almost
Flip compasses around.
Yeah, perspective has ended up flipping, but the relativity ends up being the same.
It's all that yellow thing's fault.
Yes, the glorious egg room, or as it was labeled on the map, crazy yellow thing.
This is what happens
It's really
when I label. This is what happens when I label things.
It makes sense.
I'll allow it to continue.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to fix things.
It's my
Fix
fault.
nothing.
I could have started the server sooner and allowed people to play
It's
with
fine.
things.
I'm just fixing them now the way because we haven't had to do this before. Well, whatever. We can go on. I'm just gonna be periodically rolling things randomly.
Okay, that's cool. I always like to hear that little map tool jingle in my ears.
Well, it's not ringing for me for
Not
some.
sure if Siri.
Well, if you have chat sounds disabled, then you wouldn't hear it.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I'll figure it out. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
But yes, that's where the session begins. On the battle chariot.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Onward to the bungalows, or whatever they're...
Alright.
Hello.
The trip is pretty exciting, and, while quicker than your feet, it's not exactly that much quicker.
After what I've looked up recently, I'm not sure it's faster.
That's true. Another thing, Ryan did note that a correction was necessitated for how Speed Dash was handled last session, and he also noted that All Flesh Must Be Eaten does measure speed in miles per hour.
So yeah, our speed rating is in our miles per hour speed.
Yes. I do believe
Really?
that speed rating is measured as like what you're supposed to be at your fastest, but
Right, so I'm pretty sure that's
Before
also
rolling.
right. I'm pretty sure that's
Dash,
also
right?
supposed to be including the massive endurance losses to
Uh-huh.
move at that speed.
right. As it turns out, Fletch would not be able to move 18 miles per hour forever, but
20 now.
oh shit, that's right, it is 20 with your constitution bump.
Wow.
Yeah.
Usain Bolt over here.
Yeah.
B-rated shit here. Come on, guys.
B-rated.
Yeah, you don't say.
As a matter of fact, I do say it's important.
You haven't seen a zombie for how long? I don't even think this is a zombie movie anymore. I don't even think this is a zombie series anymore.
But
Was it
go
ever?
back to
you know, that
Was it
sounds
all
like a
just a dream?
challenge.
Well, we've now crossed over into the vampire movie.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. That subtopic or genre. At any rate, the sprawl of houses is thankfully quite extensive, so it's not as if it takes that far to at least reach the start of it. Before your eyes, spread out among the trees and gently rolling landscape of the base, are 1,500 single-family cottages and bungalows in various states of disrepair. You can't possibly see them all from one particular angle. The acreage of the base is that vast, but a sort of quick count gives you that estimate. While all of the buildings are prefab, they're not made of the same material. There are wooden ones, clearly older, and the months of neglect show in the form of exterior rain and wind damage. However, many of the buildings are prefab concrete. Floors, walls, and ceiling. There's a framed document near one of the concrete homes. A concrete home is the best defense against weather conditions, and every family will feel safe in one of these. The walls come with a compressive strength of 4,000 pounds per square inch and are reinforced with grade 60 rebar and 6-inch by 6-inch welded wire mesh. They provide superb mold resistance and fire resistance with a 2-hour fire rating between each unit. A 100-year life cycle is not too much to ask. Spread around the homes are numerous auxiliary buildings designed to support so many dependents in one location. But if the elevators and light fixtures in the warehouses have been stripped, then the local commissary probably has nothing for you.
Oh.
It might have green beans.
Now, a few hours ago, probably more like a couple, I think it was like 2, I posted in the Skype chat how sifting through such a field of prefab units would work. Obviously, it is too vast for you to even hope to look for through in even just a few days. Consequently, a scavenging roll, perception plus scavenging roll, would be made once per hour, and that would cover 6 buildings per person. Any roll would be made with a modifier of -4 to search for an item, and that's due to the fact that Army Salvage has done a decent job of combing through these buildings, but not perfect. And that's in regards to items that you might be looking for. All 4 of you can separate and cover 24 houses per hour instead. Alternatively, you can stay together and instead reduce that penalty from -4 to -1. So everyone can support Aaron's scavenging roll instead of everyone making scavenging rolls. Because if you don't have scavenging, then you incur another -2.
So who doesn't have scavenging?
I have scavenging.
Nope. Definitely do not.
Okay, so if we split up, we should, at worst, do it in teams of 2.
Someone should have each other's back. Just in case there are any more friends here.
See, it's roughly midday. I do believe it was around 12 to 1 at the end of last session. So you've got quite a number of hours of daylight left. We're gonna say that searching through these homes for the hour, you're trying to do it at a decent clip. And we'll go ahead and say that the constant exertion of activity will drain D4 endurance points. Obviously, if you have a resistance to fatigue, that will factor in.
Is that per hour or total?
We'll say per hour.
Well, we could stick together in case there's any other nasties.
Let's be honest, he hasn't made us expend endurance in like forever, so we all should be pretty much full right now.
I do think every single one of you is full.
Okay, so do you guys want to stick together in a group of 4 or split up into pairs?
Okay, we're gonna pair off by Rochambeau.
For real, though.
I guess we're gonna pair off. I think that's probably for the best.
Okay.
Cover more ground that way.
So the 2 melee people and the 2 ranged people are going to go off.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sounds good. Now, as a recap for scavenging, since that obviously is not in the normal core rulebook, I did post this in the IM as well. The book describes it as anyone can find band-aids in, a hospital or a supermarket, or, cans of green beans, but the power of scavenging is the ability to acquire, unlikely, items in the unlikeliest of locations, say like band-aids in a car glove box, glove compartment. As such, while this has been, picked through already, and there aren't vehicles for you all to take advantage of, there are still opportunities, particularly for someone as imaginative as Aaron, to come up with items that he might want or might think are useful. The more specific you get, the greater a penalty might be assessed on the roll.
And Potman's mostly looking for literally anything edible or medical.
Okay. Literally anything edible or medical. Now, Jordan, you had made mention of possible items that you might be interested in, so
Trusty Tony's on the lookout for a pack of smokes. He's running dangerously low. He's been nursing these last couple of smokes for quite a while now.
Sure.
Shh, it'll be okay, little smokes.
Alright, so this will end up be the first hour as you two split up, or the 4 of you split up into 2 groups of 2. You'll be at -3 rolls to your perception plus scavenging, courtesy of the fact that it's been fairly picked through, but you do have an extra set of eyes with you.
Okay.
-2, you said?
-3.
Okay.
That does not include the -3, so I failed.
Okay.
Whatcha?
Wait, what? Oh, I didn't include space.
Wow, Aaron.
Yeah!
Roll that bow.
Alright, for this first hour, Trusty Tony ends up finding, a few, half-used or, sort of, crumpled up, Marlboro ultralights, crumpled over in a corner. Doesn't really find much in the way of authentic, enjoyable cigarettes. Eugene finds a few discarded and slightly melted fudge rounds and Swiss cake rolls.
He accepts.
But nothing to be legitimate, genuine sustenance. More like a sugar rush.
Hey, that's empty calories right there.
Hey, you're active enough that the empty calories are actually become real calories.
Yeah, Potman's a very active person when he's sober.
So never.
Right. And it will be a D4 endurance points lost for everyone. Oh, the excitement. Actually, it's probably unreasonable for all that endurance to be lost. We'll say a D6 every other search.
Oh.
So we'll go with that for this one. Yeah.
Okay.
More than thinking about it, it's not that extensive. It's not like you had to move a whole lot of furniture. It's kind of been cleared out for you. We'll say, there we go there. Alright, so this takes us to another hour of searching then. And I imagine it'll end up being for the same thing, since both were failures the last time through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, and that's not
that?
factoring in Trusty Tony's -3, so that's a 10 then?
Yep.
Alright, basic success then. Alright! Basic success then. Trusty Tony manages to find, along with a Bic lighter, 2 packs of Cool Milds. Unopened.
These will work, I guess.
So what you're saying is another failure.
Good enough for now.
Maybe that's why they were left behind.
I'll never find my camels.
No camels. Sigh. Why you no be in desert? Okay. Well, that takes us then to the opportunity to do another scavenging roll to continue to look for items. What will Trusty Tony try to look for this time?
Well, we do lose a D6 of endurance points now, right? Or
No,
is it...
no. We'll wait until you do another search.
Okay, was it the last time we actually lost? Okay. I understand. I was confused.
Yeah.
He's looking for medical supplies, namely and he would also be settling for a sewing kit so he could sew up the wound on his chest because it's still there.
You had definitely made mention of that. Okay.
I guess Aaron's searching for the exact same thing.
Pretty much.
All right.
All
Oh,
right.
wait. Hold up. Have to roll that d6 for endurance loss.
No, you don't. No. You just go
Did you
ahead.
say every other?
It'll be every other. So like that first search will count that.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I'll just keep that 4 I rolled.
Yeah, just keep the 4.
Cool.
All right. Trusty Tony does manage to find his sewing kit. I know, another train. My goodness.
Aaron, aren't these perception plus scavenging?
Yeah.
They are.
Oh, your perception.
I'm including the penalty.
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah.
Because I. All right.
At any rate, god damn it, fucking train. Yes. Never fucking starts until I want to do anything in life.
For clarity's sake, next time I'll separate the bonus and the penalty.
Oh, I understood. Trusty Tony manages to find a sewing kit, along with, actually, sort of locked up in a medicine cabinet, something that will service as a first aid kit.
Huzzah!
And with Aaron's success, or rather Eugene's success, as he combing through it, and true to form, what he initially predicted, he ends up finding sort of an assorted like chicken noodle soups, enough canned foods to cover everyone for an entire day.
Cat! Cat, I hit the mother load!
I'm just kind of looking at a pile of crap in the corner. You know, what'd you?
Cans! I found cans! Great heaving cans!
Huge amounts of cans?
And they're even cooler in the fact that they have the pop tops. You don't even need a can opener.
Got Pop Top. This changes everything.
Pop-Man just starts crying in happiness.
Wow.
So yes, that effectively counts as 3 rations for everyone, an entire day's worth of food.
Mm-hmm.
Now that will bring us to rolling a D4 for endurance point losses.
That was a D6.
It's a D4.
Whatever you say, boss.
Well, if you scroll up in the damn chat log, you'll see that it was a D4 that you rolled.
Whatever you say, boss.
Okay. I mean, if you want to lose more endurance, by all means, I can, you know.
That's the best thing.
Let's say hypothetically, I say yes.
No, just when someone's saying, yeah, okay, I agree, and the other person keeps arguing.
I mean, I didn't think it was an argument. But I mean,
It
if you
is
want to
now!
make it, if you want to make it an argument, it's fine. All right. Well, those are those items acquired. You've cleared 36 of the like possibly 1,500 or so.
Hey, we've been pretty successful in this endeavor.
Sure. What's next?
I don't know.
Now we meet up and compare our spoils.
Sure.
It's been 3 hours.
Uh huh.
Take all those
Yeah,
cans.
my man's gonna go track people down.
It's not that hard. Trusty Tony doesn't exactly have the stealthiness of a puma.
No, he doesn't have the stealthiness of a puma.
He has the stealthiness of a semi-truck going 80 miles an hour down the highway.
We can find him by the pillar of smoke.
Now you can find him
Just
because
listen for the swagger. So yeah,
Just-
Popman comes running up with just piles of cans in his arms.
Trusty Tony's smoking. The med kit looped around on he carrying the med kit in his other hand. Look what I found.
I found cans!
Yeah, congratulations.
come up behind with some more cans. I don't think you understand how many cans.
I found this medical kit. Can you sew up the hole in my stomach now?
Sure. Okay.
I
We'll need to
mean,
make sure
it's
it's
like
clean.
I don't know exactly how many cotton balls you stuffed in there and wrapped around it with.
At this point, you're mostly cotton.
If only I could be. Yeah, because infection's still a thing, right? Like that could still happen. Open wound.
Sure.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
So
You
is,
have
I
to-
imagine, sepsis from having a cotton ball stuffed in you.
Yeah,
Right.
I had a lot of cotton balls.
clean cotton balls.
Yeah, it's clean now.
It was filtered through Trusty Tony's body. Anyways, first chance you get, you're sewing me up.
All right.
Or someone's sewing me up, I don't know. I wouldn't trust
Alright.
I wouldn't trust Potman or Fletch to do it, so I guess you're the one to do it.
Yeah.
See how it
Hey,
is.
So I found cigarettes and a Bic lighter, which is always great to have. And I also found this med kit, which I already told you about.
cool. We found like a dozen cans of chicken noodle soup.
So many cans.
Is it Campbell's?
Is it
Oh.
Campbell's?
Or is
Mix
it the...
of, mix of Campbell's and Progresso.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
We're getting fancy.
fancy.
We're getting-
We're gonna start shooting each other over the good chicken soup.
Well,
Joe,
two of us
Mr.
might. The other two don't have guns.
Yeah.
Shooting.
that whole shootout thing might end quicker than expected. So do you want to keep looking for stuff? Or do you want
I
to...
mean, we've basically
I think-
got a day of food here. We could definitely.
We do kind of need to figure out what exactly we need from here too.
Food.
Well, what do you
If we're
need?
looking for anything in specifically.
Well, what do you need for that thing down there? Potman?
I think most of the supplies were already down there. Out of character. Was there anything in particular that you need to bring in from the surface?
No. Although, Eugene doesn't really have any, like, farming skill. Like,
No.
He's got his biochemistry background, and he's obviously got, like, if it was marijuana he had to grow, I could say he'd handle that. But in regards to actual farming food, particularly in that environment,
Mhm.
you know, perhaps he's got the tools, the supplies, that's down there.
And if I
Wonderfully
remember,
labeled and detailed instructions that he'd slowly
Yeah.
have to decipher.
Yeah, so Potman just says, honestly, I'd have to sit down and really give the instructions a good long read to figure it all out.
Were there even instructions in there?
Yeah, there were a lot of detailed notes.
For the comprehensive maintenance and of the tanks that used to contain tilapia, which no longer contain tilapia, for cleaning out the water filters and dispensing the proper care and maintenance, the planting of the various crops.
In the most technical way, the tilapia are still there.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I mean, they might have some egg cultures on ice.
Still yeah.
But yeah,
Do we have the tools to maintain such a facility? Like, I don't know, wrenches and stuff?
based on a cursory glance, it looked like they had everything necessary down there. I mean, again, I haven't really read through the entire manual.
Okay, I think what we need is, again, a acetylene torch. Just based on nothing in particular.
Always need a torch.
Always need a cutting torch. Always.
Always need a good cutting torch.
You already have a cutting
110% of the
torch.
time.
We have a plasma torch. What we need is, yeah, you're right.
You have a plasma torch?
Yeah, you're
There's
right.
this little electric arc torch.
Like, no, the fuck you don't have a plasma torch.
I realized I said something stupid the moment it came out of my mouth.
This is an Unreal Tournament.
Could it though?
No.
Okay. I guess we could look for more food, maybe some tools, because even if you do seem like you have everything down there, having extras is always good, right?
I guess. Honestly, I'm more concerned about getting enough food for me to actually survive reading the entire manual without starving.
Knowing your reading comprehension skills, it'll be a while.
Hey, you've never seen me read.
Exactly.
That's kind of the point.